Alright, so got the L&W cage on here. Nothing really show as far as installing it. Also, I installed it when it was dark outside completely. I had the razor outside installing it. Had to get my stepdaughter and my girlfriend to help me take the old one off once it was unbolted and just set the new one on there. And then once I got it on there, I kind of figured all the stories you hear, like a lot of them were hard to get on. Just line the bolt holes up, and it was a little bit not like, wasn't the worst thing I've ever done. But I definitely had to ratchet strap a couple places down and back and whatnot. So to get the stock one off, let's see. Obviously, undo these bolts here. You're going to want to undo these two with the nut on the back. And you will have to undo these. I don't have my other ones tightened up yet, obviously. You'll need to remove this clips, this back plastic piece, and there's I think just one screw, one actually Torx. So the rest of them are like the push clip style, because it has a little flange part that sticks out that won't come through this hole right here. So you just have to move it out of the way. That's not mine. It's just moved out of the way. I don't have it back together yet, but it's dirty because I bought it used. You know, like I do everything else. Theirs already comes with a roof. I think this is the older style before they went to installing grab handles on all their, I think all the Pro XP ones they would install grab handles. Not a big deal to me. I don't really care. I'll weld some on if I have to later on. I'm 6'2", and I still fit in here with like maybe this much room. So as far as wearing a helmet, obviously I'm going to wear a helmet. I don't know if I'm going to lower it or try it, lower the seats, or try it with the helmet without lowering. I'm sure it'll still like hit the roof a little, but I don't want to be that close to the roof in case you were to flip and a rock poke through it or whatever. I may eventually put seat lowering bases. I know that some people said they don't adjust after that. I'm probably the only one really driving it anyway, and I need the seat all the way back. Any taller person, you need the seat all the way back anyway, so if it doesn't move, it's not a big deal to me. As long as I can go far enough back and stay there, I'm okay with it. Move this. And it looks good with these doors, Polaris full doors. I will say I jacked it up in the middle to kind of relieve the stress off the cage. When they would put the other cage on there and you try to get it off, even once you unbolt everything, it's still crazy on there. Front ones weren't too bad. I moved this one by hand, just moved it over by hand basically. This one, these two were by far the hardest. The holes, let's see the bolts here, the holes to line up for the cage were like way up here. I strapped it from here to like the welded part right here, and I just basically just strapped it down so I could get them in there. But she's in there dirty. There's no crazy damage or nothing. I still got to bolt it up, still got to put these black pieces on, and that'll actually make it look even lower once these are on, because then it'll look like basically that. Oh I forgot to put these pieces back on. The speaker cover thingies on the stock one, if you know what I'm talking about. Which kind of sucked because I'd like to have them on there, but I don't know that I'm gonna test that and bolt all these yet. I don't know that I'm gonna spend the freaking time and effort of trying to take this thing back off, or lifting it up just enough to get them on there. I don't know that I want to do that again. I don't have any speakers. I have the sport model, so there's no speakers even up there. There's no tweeters even up there. There's still, if you can see it, there's still in the other cage over there. So eventually, I think, just because they were there, I want them back on there. There's a hole, which these things pretty much everything's waterproof anyway, so it's not all they do is just sit there, just so they don't do a whole lot anyway. I'd like to eventually put them there, but it's not live or die for me. All you do is you just see the bolts basically, which whatever. It kind of bothers me and kind of doesn't bother me at the same time, so I'd like for them to be there because that's where they go, but whatever. Still haven't got around tuning my clutch yet because I've added more parts than I've actually drove it on here. So that's it. Nothing crazy, man. Getting it mounted was a fun job. I ratchet strapped it to like the front wheel to move it a hair, then I ratchet strapped that one side down like probably at least an inch. You had to strap it down to get it in there. Just takes a little time. Not the worst thing ever. So there it is. I got something else you probably see in this video maybe that I'm installing now that will come out after this, but there it is.